Oh, hello again. How are you feeling? Wonderful to hear. So you've come back then? Wanted to spend a bit more time outside together? Oh, I'm just being facetious. Please, by all means, have a seat. Room for one more. And I've also got some drinks nearby, just in case you might perhaps want to refresh and treat yourself. If you want, I could perhaps pour you a drink. Most certainly. Let me just pour you one right now. There we are. Most delicious indeed. Well, as they say, bottoms up. Most refreshing indeed. So what brings you out here by the fountain? Oh, I see. I'm just doing a little bit of painting, but I'm honestly a little stumped about what to do next. You see, I've got this painting of the fountain here. Beautiful fountain, of course, and I thought it would be an excellent choice for a painting. But I could do with a second opinion. What do you think of it so far? By all means, have a look at the progress I've made so far. I'm very curious to hear your input. Okay, well. Thank you for the lovely feedback there, but, well, I was just thinking, perhaps I could maybe, potentially, try to colour things a little bit more grey here, but then again, problem is I don't really want all of this to be blending in with all of that. Of course, it's not the most cheery day, but I honestly think that works in the painting's favour. I certainly don't mind a bit of a melancholy sight in the form of a creation on a canvas. So, what do you think? Perhaps I could stylize it a little with, maybe I'll mix in a bit of red here, or maybe I should try and keep it more faithful with how the fountain is colored, of course. What do you think? Okay. Let's try and add a bit of that then. I'll see if I can mix some up and start brushing. That's looking quite nice, actually. Yes, good idea. Thank you. All right. Okay, well, I think this may very well be the solution to my problem there, so thank you for that. Thank you. You know, I was quite surprised when I discovered about art that could be done digitally. For me, for when I first started, it seemed like a completely alien concept, don't you know? Well, that's true, it's true. I hadn't heard of anything of the sort back from where I come from. We didn't really have such antiquated technologies, and wasn't too familiar with any sorts of touch screen sort of gadgetry, as I believe they are recall. Correct me if I'm wrong at any point. I suppose I'm still a bit of a novice with these sorts of things. Not against them. Not against them, or, completely oblivious now. I mean, you can imagine my shock when... Well, you don't even need to imagine it. You were there when I was surprised to discover the internet and computers as well. And the fact that so many people are able to create such fantastic pieces of work digitally. Truly mind-boggling for me, but I suppose I'm still a bit of a traditionalist in this regard. I just like a bit of, getting hands-on with it all. Just feels much more personal to me, much more relaxing. Not trying to make anyone who prefers these things digitally feel bad or anything like that, of course. I think they are wonderful, talented people who create pieces of art this way. Right, well... I've got another conundrum here about the clouds. How do you think I should go about it? Should I perhaps brush them like two little curvy brushes at angles, spinning around to kind of make them look more fluffy? Or perhaps do you think I should dab them a bit? Just pot, like that. It might give it a much bushier look, but then again, that could benefit the painting, that could help it look just that little bit more stylized. What do you think? You know what? I think I might just do that. Alright then, let's give that a try. Here we go then. Well, hopefully it won't be raining or anything of the sort anytime soon. That would be rather awkward, wouldn't it? I had this idea. Would you like to hear it? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I thought of an idea where perhaps what we could do is we create a piece of art together. Yes, like a collaborative effort, so to speak. I'm still brainstorming how that could be done because, well, it really depends if you feel comfortable with creating something with me, whether we could create a painting together. Perhaps we could, let's say, well, we could perhaps have a try at doing something digitally, because I'm not familiar with doing these sorts of things digitally, but I'm open to learning. I am indeed open to learning in that regard. Still, I think maybe a piece that we could both work on would prove to be a most wonderful exercise. What do you think of that? Well, I am glad to hear. I love your enthusiasm, I must say. I am always happy to hear when you are enthusiastic about these old thoughts of mine. Well, I suppose if you perhaps have any ideas, you could let me know. Maybe we could. Yes, actually, I quite like that. Be sure to make a note of that if you don't mind. I'm of course, can't be scribbling notes on the canvas right now. But yes, that could very well work. Most interesting. You know, I thought that we could do a bit of perusing around any sorts of art galleries for further inspiration, but I'm not sure if you're going to be wanting to do something as well. It's a bit, how shall I say? It's a bit fanciful. It's not exactly the sort of day out that invokes feelings of adventure and excitement, but... Well, are you sure? Again, we don't have to. Oh, you spoil me, you know that. You really do spoil me. Oh, okay, maybe we could then. I'll put it in the maybe pile, because, again, not the most adventurous plans, but perhaps we could balance it out with some more exciting things to do as well. I've just got to make sure that my coat is cleaned for the occasion, especially if we're getting weather like this. Better to have a clean coat, free of any, well, you know, stains of any kind, or any trapped sorts of moisture from rain or anything of the sort. Very unpleasant to have lingering. Right, well, I think I need to stretch now. There we go. Oh, painting for so long really does tighten up the muscles and whatnot. Got to make sure that doesn't affect my posture. I'll tell you what, I'm going to quickly nip inside to the bathroom, and when I come back, perhaps I can continue painting for you and continue chatting, picking your brains, as the old saying goes. How does that sound? Well, only if you're comfortable with it, of course. Why, certainly, anything for you, sweetheart. Well, I'll be back in a moment then. Mind if I just take your hand for a moment? Another kiss to remember me by. I'll be back soon then. You stay safe here, alright? Alright then.